Hi, I'm Mike, founder of GoodBed.com. Today we're going to be taking a close look at the Sealy Posturepedic Plus Spring Collection, which is brand new for 2020. And this replaces the Sealy Response Premium Collection from last year. So we're excited to show it to you. Stick around. So altogether there are 10 models in this new Posturepedic Plus Spring Collection. And they start at $999 and they go up to $1,499. And those, by the way, are queen size, mattress only MSRPs that I'm quoting you. In terms of the names, you probably are going to find these models going by different names in different retailers, but we're going to quote to you the names that we think will be the most common out there. But while we're on the subject of names, we think it's worth pointing out that if you've seen our coverage of previous Sealy product lineups from any of the last few years, you may remember that they have been using the term Posturepedic to refer to a class of features that are found in certain models across Sealy's product lines, specifically a class of features that refers to added support in the center third of the mattress. Well, in this new collection, they are moving a little bit away from that insofar as they're now using the term Posturepedic to refer to the name of the product line itself. So it's more all-encompassing, referring to the full feature set of that product line rather than one specific class of features. So now let's get into the features that all 10 of these Posturepedic Plus spring mattresses have in common. And to start with, I want to just provide a little context, which is that the term Posturepedic, or the name Posturepedic, from Sealy's standpoint has always been synonymous with providing the best possible support for your back and your core area. So a lot of the features that are shared in common across all 10 of these models relate to that function. So to start with, for example, all 10 of these mattresses use a pocketed coil support unit, which allows for independent movement of the coils. You press down here, these coils don't go down. So that's both allows for greater conformance, which is important for back support, particularly for side sleepers, as well as it allows for just kind of a built-in motion isolation solution. The next thing they all provide is what they call edge-to-edge support, which is in a sense just means that coils are going from edge to edge, as opposed to, let's say, if you had a foam perimeter going around the edge of the mattress, which was firmer foam designed to give the mattress a strong edge. In this case, in all 10 of these models, they have a couple rows of firmer coils going around the edge that are performing that function, and in fact, giving all 10 of these mattresses very good edge support. Another thing that all of these mattresses have in common that does relate to back support is in the center third of the mattress, they specifically have an extra half-inch sheet of gel memory foam. So it's only in that center third that you find that, so it's just kind of putting a little bit of extra material into that center third of the mattress. Now, why in the center third? Well, because that center third is what's supporting the heaviest part of all of our bodies, which is our hips. So helps to just have anything else you can do in that center third to kind of make sure that the heaviest part of your body doesn't sink too far into the mattress. So that is a feature designed to help in that area. Other features that these Posturepedic Plus spring mattresses do share in common, one would be they all use a cooling yarn in the cover, which gives it just a little bit of coolness to the touch. It's not a phase change material, as you may have heard us describe with other products. It's actually, what it is a higher density yarn, essentially, a yarn made from a higher density material. So if you think of the way marble feels generally cooler to the touch, all else being equal, than wood. Marble is much denser material than wood, so it just kind of has that inherent coolness to the touch. Well, a higher density yarn can have that same effect and it provide that coolness and also allow kind of heat to be pulled away from your body a little bit through that. So that's a cooling feature that they all share in common. Other features that they all share in common would be handles. They all have handles. The two entry-level models in this collection feature 4 handles, 2 on each side. Once you get beyond that, they actually have 2 handles on all 4 sides, so 8 total handles. They all are adjustable base compatible. All right, so now that we've covered the features that all of these Posturepedic Plus spring mattresses have in common, let's take a look at some of the specific models in this collection and help you understand what changes as you move up through this line. Now, of course, a lot of this is going to be about different feels, but at the $999 price point, you do have a choice of 2 feels. Both of these here are tight top models. They're called the Opportune Medium and Opportune Plush. And certainly the medium is quite a bit firmer than the plush. And basically, that's going to be the key difference between these two models is the feel. They both use what's called the 911 Pro wrapped coil unit, and that basically is the same pocketed coil unit that they had been using in the previous year's Response Premium collection. But again, the main difference between these two is just going to be your preference as it relates to the feel of the mattress. All right, so now we've moved up one level to what they call the satisfied tier. You have 3 tight tops and 2 pillow tops. We're going to start by talking about the tight tops because those are all at the $1099 MSRP queen size price point. Now these 3 models, they're all about 13 inches thick. You have an extra firm, a medium, and a soft. So 3 definitely distinct feels. In terms of the difference between these models and the entry-level models, the key difference is they're using a different coil unit. So instead of using those 910, 911 Pro coils, they're now using what they call the 1072 Response Pro HD coil unit, which basically is a sturdier coil. You're going from maybe 5 or 6 working turns, you know, how many times does it go around, to maybe 6 or 7. So you get an extra working turn. That helps make it a little more sturdy. You're also using a slightly thicker gauge wire, something more like a 15 gauge. Now you're using something more like a 14 gauge. So a thicker, sturdier wire. They've rollated, tested this thing to a much higher standard of durability. So they feel really good about this brand new coil that they've come up with to use in kind of everything north of here in this line. So this is kind of the best coil in the Posturepedic family. It does still use the same, what they call the Duraflex edge, which is those firmer coils running around the perimeter of the mattress. So all that is the same though. In terms of the other key difference, you're getting a tiny amount of memory foam here that goes across the whole mattress. So it's about ½ inch. I say tiny only because I want to underscore the fact that none of these 3 tight tops have a significant amount of that kind of melting memory feel. It's really just there for kind of a little bit of pressure relieving benefit for you. But those are kind of the key difference. And then again, the main difference between these 3 is just going to be your choice of feels. All right, so now we've moved up. We're still in the satisfied family of models here within the Posturepedic Plus Spring Collection, but we're now looking at their pillow tops, which are a little bit higher price point. You're going to go up to $11.99 queen size MSRP for both of these. And you have, again, a choice of feels. I'm on the medium right now, medium pillow top, and then there's also the soft pillow top. Now, a couple things to just notice about these. You know, they changed some of the tailoring here. It's got kind of a nice rectangular edge, a nice flat side panel here on the pillow top, and it's just kind of a nice modern aesthetic that they added to these pillow tops. But the principal difference here is just that you're getting a little bit more foams here, most of which are not memory foams, so you're not getting a whole lot more memory feel from these, just a little bit more cushioning depth and conformance than you do on the tight tops. All right, so now we've moved up to the top of the collection, which is a family of models that uses the name Exuberant. And there are actually 3 tight top models at this level. You got the firm, the soft, and the ultra soft. The firm and the soft are both 14-inch models that run for $13.99 MSRP. And then the ultra soft is an extra inch taller. It's 15 inches, and it goes for $14.99 MSRP. Now, these are quite interesting, and I would say a fair bit different from the previous models that we showed you in that they use quite a bit more memory foam. So you're really going to start to get a substantial amount of that memory feel in these top 3 models. These 2 models here, the firm and the soft, use about 2.5 to 3 inches of total memory foam. This ultra soft uses more like 3 to 3.5 inches. Now, within this, you're obviously going to have different feels on each of these 3. Not surprisingly, the one that's called the firm is the firmest of the 3. The one that's called ultra soft is the softest. But I would say more so than the differences in softness, differences in cushioning depth. You're certainly going to see on the ultra soft, for example, a lot of cushioning depth, a lot of conformance, some of the deepest, most hugged and cradled sensation of any of the mattresses we've tested, in fact. One of the things that I think is really interesting about these Exuberant models is they represent kind of an in-between between a traditional mattress feel and a hybrid. So a hybrid we think of as like in between a traditional mattress and a foam mattress. But if you're looking for, you don't want to go all the way to hybrid, but you like a little bit of that memory feel, I think these do represent a really nice compromise. They obviously do have kind of a quilted top, but the unique thing about them is that the memory foam is actually in the quilt. So with a traditional hybrid design, you're going to have what makes it distinct and different from a traditional mattress is that the memory foam is right up on top, and there is a smooth, flat top with just really a thin cover, so that A, the memory foam is right there and you're experiencing it's closest to your body, but B, it's a smooth, flat top. Well, here you've got sort of the surface undulations of a traditional mattress, but you also have memory foam that's right up on top where you're really experiencing it. So I do kind of feel like it's an interesting and unique compromise between that traditional mattress experience and a hybrid. And I would also note that with the amount of memory foam in these, you do get a pretty substantial amount of memory feel, much more so than the other models we showed you in this collection. So there you have it. We hope you found that to be a helpful overview of the new Posturepedic Plus Spring Mattress Collection from Sealy. For more helpful information about how to find the right mattress for you, go to GoodBed.com. In the meantime, we thank you for watching and we really hope you sleep well.